Hey there everybody, Casey Herdlicka here. I'm just here to follow up on my previous video in regards to tying together the CAGED system and the pentatonic scale. And so what I suggest doing after you've familiarized yourself with the 5 different CAGED shapes, both major and minor, and the 5 different pentatonic patterns, both major and minor, is to use a simple song or a simple chord progression to apply these sort of ideas. Okay, so one example might be, pick your song name, D to C to G back to D. Right, a zillion songs, right? Can't You See by the Marshall Tucker Band, Dear Mr. Fantasy, Wind Cries Mary, Jimi Hendrix, right? Maybe not in that key, but same sort of chord progression. Anyway, so what I would recommend doing for starters is find a shape that is easy to play and a pattern that's easy to play, right? So, for example, with major chords, one of my favorite ones to play, Jimi Hendrix would agree with me, right, Jimmy? Is the G major. Okay, now that might seem like, wow, that's a tricky one to play. Well, if I take off the notes I'm playing on the E string, it's actually pretty easy. So I'm just, for a C major chord that I'm doing right here, I'm barring fret 5 for strings 2, 3, and 4. And I've got my ring finger on string 5, 2 frets higher. In this case, fret 7, which is the 3rd of the chord, okay? Now, the cool thing about this is this actually, just what I'm playing on strings 2, 3, and 4, that's the full major chord right there, okay? So that makes it really easy to strum and apply riffs around what you're playing. So what I want to do is I want to map out where those chords exist using that G shape. So there'd be my D chord up on 7 and 9. I move down 2 frets, there's my C chord. And then I could either move up to fret 12 and 14 for my G chord, or I could just play the open position G major chord. Okay? And with this, the reason why I'm choosing this chord is because this simple pentatonic pattern works with that chord shape. Okay, this is probably the first pentatonic pattern you ever learned. And so what I'm doing is I'm just making it easy on myself by, although I'm moving up and down the fretboard, I'm just using the same shape chord-wise and the same pattern pentatonic scale-wise to play through this song. So let's see what that sounds like. Pretty neat. So, all major chords, right? I could do the same thing with maybe all minor chords if I want to exercise that idea. And say I want to use the same pentatonic shape for minor chords, right? Well, that would be the E minor shape minor chord, right? So like if I'm playing A minor, right? That would be that one right there. Same exact pattern around a minor chord. Right, so maybe I can play like, I don't know, maybe to mix it up a little bit, I'll do a Dorian blues. Okay, for those of you who don't know the name Dorian, Dorian is a mode, something known as modes. It's the 2nd mode of the major scale. It's a discussion for another day. Okay, maybe I would play a D Dorian blues, right? So that'd be a D minor chord, 12-bar blues, to a minor chord, back to D minor, G major, D minor, A minor, back to D minor. Okay, so, but instead of playing D minor like this, which is, I am identifying this D minor as the A minor shape, I'm going to play D minor up here on fret 10 and 12, which is the E minor shape D minor, which allows me to use that real simple basic pentatonic pattern. The E minor shape A minor chord, same basic pentatonic pattern. And then the G-shaped G, right? Either in open or up here on fret 12, just like I was doing in the previous example. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, sounds pretty good to me. One thing that's cool about this is as you can see, I'm able to easily strum chords and intertwine that with riffs that I'm playing. Well, say I don't want to strum chords at all, and I just want to play some lead stuff, right? I could follow the chord progression using this concept without strumming any chords at all. So let's see what that sounds like, not strumming the chords at all. And just a little, maybe a little disclosure, I'll probably try to maybe aim for the root note of the chord for the first note when the chord changes. But besides that, I'm just going to be riffing. Here we go. You could hear the chord progression while I'm just playing riffs, right? It's because I'm following the chord progression by changing up my pentatonic scales with every single chord. And it works really well, okay? Now, one progression beyond that would be maybe, say I want to condense what I'm playing to just a certain area on the fretboard, right? So maybe instead I'll play my D minor like this. I'll play my A minor like this, and I'll play my G major like this, okay? Now I'm identifying these CAGED shapes as the A minor shape, D minor, which would use what I would refer to as the fourth pentatonic pattern in the minor pentatonic scale, okay? 5/8, 5/7. I'd use that E minor shaped first position pentatonic scale for A minor. And then for G, I'm going to use the D shape, okay, which would be the second pentatonic pattern of the major pentatonic scale. Right, so now that puts me just condensing these chords into just one small area. Let's see what that sounds like. Hey, sounds pretty good. All right, so there's some ideas just to help you solo around the chord progression with just using these simple pentatonic patterns, right? Now, something that you could also do is apply just straight major or minor scales to this concept as well, but that might be another lesson for another day. So anyway, if you like what you're seeing and want to get at me for some lessons, just message me or comment on this video, and maybe we can discuss talking about this further. Have a great day, and thanks a lot for watching.